Hello, welcome back. My name is Avery. If you're new, I am a holistic health coach, and today I wanted to talk to you about the nervous system and how it's playing effect on your gut health and why you might not be making any progress if you are going through a gut healing journey. A little bit about my background is I've had candida overgrowth, leaky gut, and SIBO. I really started this journey in 2019. That's when I really found out about my gut health issues, and I started off with discovering that I had candida overgrowth. So there's a lot of videos on my channel specifically about candida overgrowth and how I got rid of it. And I get a lot of questions about that. It's probably like one of my top videos and top comments that I receive is about candida overgrowth. It all ties into like your gut health and your gut microbiome and your nervous system. So your gut-brain axis is directly connected to your central nervous system, and so therefore everything that you eat, everything that goes into the gut and how you're feeling affects your nervous system as well. Like, it's all very much connected. And a lot of times I'll see people who are struggling, or people will reach out and say that they don't know if they're making any progress or not. Like, they're eating the right foods, they're doing like the candida cleanse or something, or they're doing a gut healing protocol and they're just not seeing any results. And a lot of times it makes me think that there's something else going on, and especially with your stress levels. So if you are constantly in a fight or flight state, which is your sympathetic nervous system, your body is not going to really be able to rest and digest. Therefore, it's not going to be able to digest the food and absorb the nutrients correctly. And so really I'm making this video because I want to tell you some things that have helped me and helped me in my gut healing journey, helped me regulate my nervous system more. And I really do think that this is one of the key components into healing your gut health and getting in that rest and digest state. So as I mentioned before, there's a lot of different things that the nervous system can contribute to, but obviously it can affect your gut health, it can affect the inflammation in your body, it can affect your immune system, your digestive system. Like, it really is just connected to everything. So it's important to really pay attention to it if you are trying to heal your gut as well, because it's so much more than just the food that you eat. Obviously, the food is very, very important, but it's kind of looking at it as a holistic point of view where there's these things that are intertwined within each other and that you really need to pay attention to be able to heal correctly and to be able to heal in the long run. So I really just wanted to talk to you about some things that have helped me, and maybe they'll help you too. I really hope that they do. You can get your notebooks out, take some notes, and hopefully you can remember these things as you're going through your healing journey. So I would say one of the things that have really helped me is breath work. So I'm still studying at IIN. At the very beginning of the course, we learned this technique where we learned about breath work, and one of the techniques that I've used quite often is you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, and then you release for 8 seconds. So there's a lot of different breathing techniques out there that you can use. This is just the one that I use the most often. There's some that you like hold longer, some that you release longer, etc., etc. But I basically just breathe in for 4 seconds. So, and then hold it. And then you want to release through your mouth for 8 seconds. Doing that technique as many times as you want to if you're in a stressful situation will kind of cue your body into activating that parasympathetic nervous system and get you back into a state of like balance, and maybe not like complete relaxation, but it really does help with the relaxation of your body. So I definitely do that a lot. And it is also helpful to do this before eating. Maybe not exactly that technique, but just taking a deep breath and exhaling it out of your mouth will just kind of set your body up to that rest and digest state. The next thing I want to talk about is movement. Obviously, there's tons of different ways to move your body and to exercise. I think they've done the most studies on yoga in terms of how it helps balance your nervous system, but I do think that that has to do with incorporating breath work and movement. But honestly, any kind of exercise where you're using that like complete focus in what you're doing and you're immersed in the movement and you're having that mind-body connection, that'll really help balance your nervous system as well. And it helps increase the endorphins in your body. You can also practice mindfulness and meditation. Meditation might not be for everybody. I certainly struggle with doing it on a daily basis and for a long period of time. I believe like in meditation, you're supposed to just sit with yourself, and it's not necessarily meaning that you're not stressed out at all. To me, it's just like observing how I'm feeling and sitting with that emotion and kind of allowing it to pass and not allowing myself to get stuck on one specific thought, and just being really present with my body. And I do try to do that intentionally, and especially if I'm trying to de-stress myself or to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, it is something that I'll try to do daily. Another great way to help balance your nervous system is by having some social support and just feeling connected to other people. I think as humans, we're kind of meant to be in like a tribe and community, so we're not really supposed to be isolated. And I know a lot of people struggled with that during the pandemic and probably are still struggling with that a bit. But I would say you don't need a lot of people in your life to feel that sense of community and to have that kind of connection with other people. You really just need a few. Obviously, you can find this in like a partner or a friend or a family member, but I think creating a sense of community, creating a sense of like real authentic connection, because people can have tons of different friends and like who you hang out with and stuff, but I think having a core group of people that understand you and you can talk to about deep topics, talk about philosophy and the world and health and wellness. And, you know, I think just having people in your life that you can connect to in a deep, intimate way is so important and can also help you de-stress and make you feel safe. I'm not saying that's super easy to find. I feel very lucky and fortunate. I do have a lot of people in my life that I feel really connected to, and I have seen the impact that that has on me. And so I do encourage you to find your people, find your tribe, and just see the impact that that has on you and your life. Obviously, diet and nutrition does play a big role in your nervous system. Like if you're eating junk food, fried food, fast food, just all the time, every day, that food communicates with your body. Like everything, you are what you eat. So you are the meat that you eat, you are the vegetables that you eat. Just keep that in mind when you are putting things in your body. A lot of people have success with like the 80-20 rule, and so like 80% of the time they're eating very clean and healthy, and then 20% of the time they might have, you know, some refined sugar, a sweet treat, or a bag of chips or something like that. Overall, I would say try to eat a diet full of whole foods, foods that come from the earth, food that comes locally to you. Eat in season, high quality protein, eat organic when you can. The nutrition part is something that I am so passionate about, and I've seen a huge impact, and obviously it's helped me a lot in my gut healing journey too. So the combination between nutrition and helping balance your nervous system is like gonna give you the most success, I think. So nutrition is obviously a big part in helping you balance your nervous system as well. The next thing I want to talk about is spending time in nature. To me, I grew up in a small town in the country, and when I was a kid, I was out in nature all the time. I was playing outside, playing in the woods. To me, that's how I connect with my inner child. So of course, I'm gonna talk about nature in this video, but I would say spending time in nature is what a lot of kids used to do. So I feel really connected to the earth and the plants, and everything around me is alive. Like literally everything is alive in the earth. They give off this energy, and it's a great way to connect with yourself too. So to me, just like surrounding myself in nature and just being in the present moment with the trees and the plants and everything around me is super relaxing to me. But just keep in mind, that's what I used to do when I was a kid. So I think just in general, connecting with that inner child can bring you a lot of sense of like safety and reconnection with yourself too. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is journaling. So Journaling is not for everyone, I will say, but it has really tremendously helped me with my stress levels and my anxiety, and it is something that I try to do every single day. I notice a really big difference if I don't do it. I'll tell you a little bit about how I journal. So I have like a notebook, it's nothing fancy. It's, I don't know where it is right now, but it's nothing fancy. But basically I'll just write down anything that's on my mind. I'll write it down. And sometimes like I'll write out questions and just anything that I'm thinking of. I'm just like kind of word dumping onto the page. And as I'm doing that, things are popping up in my mind. Maybe some answers to the questions that I had written down. Things are coming in and I'm kind of like problem solving, but I'm also releasing a lot of these thoughts that I'm having in my mind. And it doesn't have to make sense. No one has to read it. I hardly ever go back and read any of my journal entries. It's literally just for me in that moment to be able to release whatever is on my mind. And it honestly makes me feel so much lighter afterwards. And you don't have to do it like in a traditional way. There's also this thing called morning pages. You have 3 pages that you're literally just writing down anything that comes to your mind. It doesn't have to be like in neat, perfect handwriting. You're just writing it down, whatever is on your mind. It can be a word, it can be a sentence, it can be a scene, it can be anything that's popping in your mind. And it can go back and forth. It doesn't have to flow together at all, but it's really just to help your mind dump everything out on the page. You're kind of just like cleaning out your mind. That is kind of setting you up for the day to having a fresh, clear mind. And then throughout the day, you know, if things come up, little stressors, you can use the different techniques that I talked about previously, but you can also return to journaling and, you know, write down everything that's going on. It'll help you in so many ways, but it will really help you just release that energy, and like, so you're not just keeping it in your body, if that makes any sense at all, but you're just able to like get it out somehow. So that's really all I have to say. I hope this video helps you. These are some things that have really helped me in my gut healing journey and just my overall spiritual journey, healing journey, whatever you want to call it. I definitely come back to a lot of these practices when I'm feeling stressed out and I feel like I need to be rebalanced. So I hope that this video helps you out. Give it a like if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.